Hey y'all, it's time for another Rediscover Your Stash hop. This month's focus is sequins. So we are definitely using our SpeigelMom Scraps sequins. It's also Scraptember day 25. You can see I have my Circa 2024 sequins from SpeigelMom Scraps. I do think they were originally intended to be a 4th of July theme, but the theme for Scraptember today is Christmas. And I had the perfect photos with some blue in the background to use these. Look at Santa. Look at the face. I got a funny story to tell here. But I'm using these Circa 2024 sequins with all that great blue and some pops of pink and red to go with this Pink Fresh studio paper and some other fun supplies from my stash. And we are going to scrap Christmas here in September. We have 3 months till Christmas. It's the 25th, right? So I am hand drawing a little cute swirly gig up at the top. That's the official name. And I am going to use some tinsel. It's on like a little piece of wire. And I'm going to use that to outline the swirly gig and then also follow that up with those beautiful sequins. So my title is going to say, Who Tangled Your Tinsel? Because we encountered the grumpiest Santa in the world when we tried our first attempt at getting pictures of my boys and my nephew all together for Wally's first Christmas and get Santa pics. And we went to our school and encountered the grumpiest Santa ever. And we were like, okay, he was grumpy. But then we went back and looked at the pictures. It was like, whoa, because he has given some bombastic side eye to my kid. And my kid wasn't doing anything wrong. I'm not the mom that ever thinks that her kid doesn't do things wrong. He does for sure. But this time he wasn't. And he was just the grumpiest old Santa. And so it's fine because we had a redemption Santa and it was absolutely fabulous experience the very next night. But, and so it's funny. It's we can tell the story and it's hilarious and these pictures are funny. But also, if you're watching this and that Santa is your dad or your grandpa or something, keep him in check, bro. So I am also using the amazing tutorial that Nicole Santos did for SpeigelMom Scraps the other day. You should check this out on their YouTube channel. I'm going to link it down below. But she did an amazing tutorial about how to apply a line of sequins to a page. And I know that sounds really basic, but her tutorial was so good and so she taught me how to make this line, but elevate it, right? And so already you have your sequins, which are elevating your layout, but then using Nicole's tutorial to create this sequin line really made this sequin line elevated and so good. And I'm so excited for it. I'm going to link it down below. Please check it out. So that's what I'm doing here. I didn't make you watch me do the whole thing, but I am going back through and filling in holes and kind of layering up the sequins a little bit, if you will, and kind of bringing them a little bit outside the line so that the line is very, it has movement and it sticks out nicely from beneath that tinsel. So now we have this awesome black background. I have printed out my journaling. Yeah. So it's going to be a pretty simple layout. Besides the sequins, it came together really quickly. And I'm not quite ready for Christmas yet, but I am really excited about this layout. I had a lot of fun with it. So here are the photos. As we zoomed in on Wally's face, he was not happy. It was just so funny. And that page is from Simple Stories, I think Mix and a Mingle collection, which I think is one of my favorite Christmas collections. But they have that orangey red that kind of matches with the orangey red in that Pink Fresh Studio. Sorry, I don't remember the name of that one. But again, the Rediscover Your Stash hop this month, that is sequin theme. So I'll link that down below with a list of all the participants. So make sure to hop along and see all the different fun ways to use your sequins. I'm going to use my Dilutions. Oh, first I'm going to glue down my title. I'm going to use my T-square. You can see I ran out of ends with my Doodlebug Alphas here, but I still had a lot. I even had E's, right? So I'm just sticking them down with my Nuvo adhesive, but I felt like turning that Z. It's obviously a Z, right? But I did it twice, and so it's a repeated element, and I think it lends and adds to the whimsy of the layout. So I'm cool with it. If you hate it, I'm sorry. And what else was I going to say? Oh, I'm going to use my Delusions white linen spray that, again, Nicole Santos influenced me to buy, and it does really stay pigmented. It doesn't melt into the paper, so it's fabulous. That's what you'll see me doing here. So it's a little bit snowy or something on the background. I'm allowing it to go on top of those office as well. In addition to that, like I said earlier, that I was inspired to do Christmas because it's a Scraptember theme for the day. So I'm going to add this to the Scraptember playlist, and I will link that down below as well. It's almost the end of Scraptember. I've never played along before, so I'm excited that I was able to play along a few times this year, and I hope that you guys have been following along. There are so many inspirational videos in that playlist, so check that out too. So I have that Cup of Good Cheer die, but I think it didn't really go well with the rest of the page because it had that like lovely gold on it. So I ended up switching it for the same phrase, but with a blue sticker, which really worked well with the blue. And then otherwise I kept the word embellishments pretty small, but I'm just putting them around, like they're all meant facetiously, right? So goodwill to all, because the Santa's given them a bad look. And then there's going to be one that says joyful holiday memories over here. Oh gosh, it's hilarious. And then off screen, I do add another little sticker cluster down there at the left of the journaling. You'll see that in the final photos, which are coming up. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. And let me know if you have any bad Santa stories too. I had a lot of options for titles here, and I went with a pretty tame one, I would say. So you're welcome for that as well. Don't read the journaling too close. Bye, y'all.